What's up, cooks? So you guys know recently that I was able to get 2 KitchenAid mixers at a really good price. Eric actually got me one for Christmas, which is a KitchenAid Professional 5 Plus. And just after Christmas, I got this Professional HD. They're both 5-quart mixers. This one's pink, that one's blue. So we're going to be testing out both of them. So first up is the Professional HD. This is a 5-quart mixer from KitchenAid. It was a really good price, and it's time to put this baby to the test. So join me as we do a product test and review of the KitchenAid Stand Mixer Professional HD. So we're going to look at the classic categories that we've looked at for all the other stand mixers. We're going to be looking at the overall look and feel of the mixer. That's the fit, the finish, the accessories, how I feel using it as a cook. And kind of how I like how it feels. We're going to be looking at the whisk. We're going to be doing whipped cream. We're going to look at the paddle, and we're going to be doing some cookies. Today we're doing snickerdoodles. And we're going to be looking at the bread dough hook we're going to make some bread dough. So the overall look and feel. So this is the Professional HD. It's 5 quarts and it's 525 watts. So we talked about this in relation to the Professional 5 Plus in that this has a classically shaped 5-quart bowl. The Professional 5 Plus has a wider bowl that looks like the Pro 600. This is what I kind of know as the KitchenAid 5-quart bowl. This is the same as my 5-quart that I've had for 15 years or so. So it has the classic, KitchenAid look and feel to it. So this is a bowl lift stand mixer. So the bowl goes up and down as opposed to the head tilting up and down. It tends to be more steady because the tilt head kind of grinds around on the tilt head and you don't have that issue with the bowl lift. It is bigger, so it may not fit under your cabinet like a tilt head would. So it has your hub that you can use all the classic KitchenAid attachments, the shredder, the slicer, the spiralizer, everything you can use on this just like you can on any other KitchenAid. This is a matte rose color. That's sort of what attracted me to it because I was like, I want a pink bowl lift. In terms of the overall look and feel, it has a classic KitchenAid look and feel to it. If you want that classic KitchenAid on your counter, you have it with this mixer. But it still gives you that power of having higher watts than you would with a tilt head and also the stability. It does come with your coated beater, so you don't have to worry about getting that burnished. The only issue is with the whisk, this part is burnished, so you have to wash this, hand wash it, and dry it immediately. Otherwise, it gives off this gray powder. So make sure you do that with this mixer. But I've always wondered on these budget KitchenAids whether or not they perform as well as the ones we've known from the years past that were $300-400. So I just wondered if there's been a change in that as all. Full disclosure, I did use this one time to make bread, and I can tell you that it wasn't a fun experience. So this is going to be an interesting review because this mixer was quite loud when I did that. So we will see on our official review how I feel about that. So I'm going to put that aside, take that out of my mind when I judge this thing because I don't want it to affect how I feel about it. I'm going to judge it on how it does on this individual test. So let's get going. I'm going to stick this bowl and this whip into the refrigerator, into the freezer to chill it, and we're going to do some whipped cream. So the overall look and feel, it's a classic KitchenAid, so I'm going to give it an A. So let's go for it. Let's get the whisk and let's make some whipped cream. Okay, so we have the bowl on here. It's been chilled. We're going to put the whisk on here.
Whip was chilled too.
Oh, okay. And I have a pint of whipping cream. Yay. Okay, so now I'm lifting the bowl up and we'll get her started. Okay, so we'll put some sugar in here. I think we're at soft peaks. Powdered sugar. Yeah. Soft peaks, it was a little slow. And
it was 90 seconds.
90 seconds. And we're going to put a dab of vanilla in here and finish it off. Okay, so it did the basic job. Here's our whipped cream. Look at that. I don't think it's like super as fluffy as some other mixers that I've used, and I think it took a little bit longer. I mean, it's there, but it didn't like wow me. I almost think that I don't know what it is. It's okay, right? Yeah, I'm giving it a B. So let's make some cookies. Okay, so we're going to be making some snickerdoodle cookies. If you want to check out this recipe, it is on my website and you can print it from there. I'll leave a link down in the description. So I have my paddle attachment. We're going to go ahead and put it in here. I put some butter in here. So I got 2 sticks of softened butter. And this does not have a scraper beater, so we're using it as is. And we're going to put some sugar in here. We're going to let it cream for about 2-3 minutes. We want these nice incorporated and nice and fluffy. Give it a little scrape down. Okay, it looks pretty fluffy. One of the things you'll notice when you cream this is it gets kind of a lighter color to it, a lighter appearance. So it starts getting kind of fluffy. The sugar like dissolves in there a little bit and it gets a lighter color to it.
So how are you happy with the quality of the creaming on like this mixer versus some other ones?
That's pretty good. So we're going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. Give a little scrape down. Yeah, scraper beater would help with this. put in a little bit of pure vanilla extract. Looks pretty good. A lot of scraping. So I have some flour here. We're going to put some salt, some cream of tartar, and some baking powder. Just going to give it a quick turn of the fork. And let's rock and roll. Ooh, that's a metal sound. What's that speed up and slow down business? And this is a little bound up in there. So, made the dough, but I think it's got a really weird sound to it. I don't know if that's just this individual mixer or if that's the whole HD, Pro HD. I don't know if they all have that. It mixed it good. I would say on the mixing quality, it did really well. That sound was a little, but it did a great job.
B plus or A minus, right? One of the two.
Yeah. For the job it did, I gave it an A minus. I think it really did a good job. I didn't have the scraper paddle, but that's not that big a deal to me. That little, that was kind of irritating. But I guess for the overall job, I gave it an A minus. Okay, so this is the hardest part for a mixer, making bread. So I have some water here. We're gonna go ahead and put that in. We have a little yeast. This is instant yeast. Since it's instant yeast, we can go right for it. Got some sugar. Got a little butter, softened. Okay, so let's go with some flour. And some salt. This is the sound that I heard last time. Oh, yeah. That's the sound I heard last time. We have it on a 2. Lowering the hook a little bit. lowered as far as it can go. It's as low as the hook can go, so. Okay, so after playing with it for a little bit, I finally got a dough ball. We're gonna let this knead and see what happens. So we've been kneading about 7 minutes. Took a little bit for that dough to come together. I had to adjust the hook a little bit to lower it down. It still could be lowered a little bit more, but I lowered it to its maximum. Yeah, so let me get it out on a board and we'll see what we have. So we have some dough, and I put a little olive oil down here. Don't want to put too much more flour into the dough. Yeah, so the dough looks nice. We got the result that we were after. We got a nice dough ball. Feels like doesn't feel super elastic. That's one thing I can tell you. It's a little elastic, like this. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. I don't know. We'll see how this bakes up, right? So the mixer on the bread dough, I think at times it was make some really weird screeching sounds. I'm not sure what that was. After it finally came together as a dough ball, I think that calmed down a little bit, the screeching, and it did a better job as it was doing its long-term kneading. I really had trouble getting it to go because the dough hook was set too high, so I kept playing with that screw to lower the dough hook, and I lowered it as far as I could go, and I think it could be lowered a little bit more, but I can't because that was the maximum. Yeah, how do I feel about this? I would just overall just say it was okay. I mean, it got a little hot. We touched it, and yeah, it got a little hot on the back of it.
Would you say it might be better at making maybe 2 loaves as opposed to 1? Because then you have more stuff in there?
Maybe, but then you got more screeching probably. So I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that. It gave us a nice smooth dough. I don't know. It's a little on the waxy side. I don't know if that's Play-Doh-y side. I think that's the instant yeast, but yeah. It was okay.
Average?
It was okay. I think the screeching bothered me. The little heating bothered me. I don't think it's like a fantastic performer. It is a budget-friendly mixer. It's $1.99, and if you want to do some basic doughs with it, I think it's fine. But if you really want to get aggressive with your cooking and different doughs, and I probably would choose something else over this. But for basic jobs, I think it's okay.
So once again, bread dough. You gotta get a grade.
I gave it a B. So my final thoughts. I gave it an A on its overall look and feel. It's got that classic KitchenAid look to it, of course. And, a lot of us want the KitchenAid. So I gave it an A on that. The whipped cream, I gave it a B. It didn't wow me on the whipped cream. I don't think it was as fluffy and airy as I've seen other mixers, and I really don't know why. Cookies, I think it did a good job. It did make some weird noises, but I gave it an A-, and then the dough hook, I just gave it an average. I think as a bargain mixer, you know, I paid like $1.99. I think it goes anywhere from $200 to $250. You know, you're getting a metal mixer. You're getting something that is capable of making bread, is capable of making a lot of the cookies that you want. I don't think it's a mixer that excels. I think it's just average. So if you're looking for something that's, you know, inexpensive and you want a KitchenAid, you know, picking up one of these budget-friendly models might be an option as long as you don't plan to push it too hard. It did get a little hot and a little squeaky for me. So if you just want it for basic jobs and you want to stay around that $200 price range, it's a pretty good mixer. I wouldn't say it's a heavy hitter or an outstanding performer by any stretch of the imagination. But it's good for its price point and, you know, it'll get you going. So my overall opinion of the Professional HD from KitchenAid is a B. We got a B, right? If you like this video, please subscribe below. Leave me a comment and a like. Don't forget to visit my website. The recipes will out there, amylearnstocook.com. You can also catch me on social media at facebook.com/groups/amylearnstocook. You can catch me on Pinterest and Twitter at amylearnstocook, and on Instagram, I'm at Cookin' with Amy. Go dough.